Hello everyone, and welcome to Healthcare Finance Direct's Electronic Lending Interface Training, or as we like to call it, ELI. First thing you're going to want to do is go to healthcarefinancedirect.com. This is going to get you to your final resting web page that you're going to want to be at when you have a patient in front of you. But what I want to point out right now is click to live support. So anytime while you're in front of a patient or at any time you have any questions, just click on live support, enter in your name and enter in your question, and they'll answer back to you. So they're there for you to answer any questions as you're moving along in the process. So once you get to healthcarefinancedirect.com, you would click on sign up for our program. You'd only have to do this the first time. Then click here to proceed. Then what you want to do is you want to take this website and add it to your favorites, because this is really where you want to have yourself as a landing page, so that when your patient's here, you're right here ready to go. And that means I have an account, sign me in. This gives you the ability to sign in. Remember, you have orange buttons. From here on out, it's orange buttons to move you forward. So I click on the orange button. Username comes up, so I put in my name and my password the correct way. Now as it comes up, it's going to say a new application. So if I have a new patient in front of me and I just want to put in their information and go through the whole program, I would do that. My account, since this is the first time you're going to be here, we will click on My Account and actually look at how the account is set up and show you where you can make some adjustments. Resubmit credit inquiries. This is where you would click if you had a saved credit inquiry. If you had someone that needed a co-signer and they didn't have the ability to do it right there, or the co-signer was not available, you can always come back, click on that, and resubmit the credit inquiry. Again, remember, right here, click on Live Support for your help. So when you look at this, you see the orange buttons that I talked about. You have New Application and New Test Application. The New Test Application is what we will be going into in just a minute. And what that is for is so that you can learn the process without it actually charging you the $7.50 for an actual credit check. So it's a great way to go in there and learn how to use the system without the $7.50 fee. New application, that's the same as this one right here that you would click on when you had a patient in front of you. Now up here you'll see you have My Account, My Transactions, Reports, Contact, Help, and Log Out. Always log out properly, please. So I'm going to click on My Account and see how it is set up. And this is what you want to do. You want to go into here first to see if the settings are correct. Is the practice name spelled correctly? The contact name correct? Is the phone number correct? Is the fax number correct? So please go through and verify everything and change it to what it should be, and then just hit the Save button. Now you'll see right here we've got all these buttons. So we're going to hit the Program Outline. This really spells out the outline that you had filled out in the sign-up form. So minimum finance amount allowed is $300. The maximum is $20,000. Anytime you want, you can change that, and that's just simply by going up to online and letting them know. And with the notification, we have that signed from you. We can change any of these terms or amounts. The maximum term limit, 24. Again, that can go as high as you want. 60 months, 72 months. The A credit percentage. This is the percentage of down payment required for these credit levels. If you remember in the presentation that we have A, B, C, D, and E credit levels, and they're all determined by anywhere from 10 to 15 different criteria. So you'll have your A, B, and C credits are really 600 FICO and above, and then your D is 600 to 650, and your E is below, 550, and your E is 550 and below. So these are the percentages that we asked you to set, and this is the standard percentages that we have in the system that most of our doctors, over 90% of them, are using this program, and they're using it successful. So what it does is you want to make sure that your down payment is covering your initial cost of the procedure and your consumables. That way, if there is a failure rate, that you're in the black. So now let's go on to the next level, which is services. So I'll click on services. This is where you're going to want to list all of your services, everything that you do at your facility, and you want to list the list price, because as you go in with a patient, you'll be able to adjust those if you have to discount, but you want them all to see the list price. So you can edit one, or you can delete one, or you can add one. So at any time you want to add a new service, you just click on add, and you name it. Anything you want to think of. So let's just say Botox. Service cost, we're going to do $750. Update. And here you have it, right down here. And you can edit it, and you can delete it, do whatever you want. You also have the aesthetic maintenance plan, which is everything for a year, $3,000. You can do lipo treatment. You can do it by sessions. Really, it's up to you, and you can put the description in here at any time you would like. Notifications. Now on notifications, what we're going to do here is you're going to put in the email address so that every time an application is submitted, this person will receive an email on it. If it's approved, they'll receive it also, or if they're denied. So if you have a nurse that is going to do the procedure, or a doctor, then they may only want to see the ones that are approved, so they know they have a customer coming. So that's up to you. Users, that's going to be defined in a few months, where we're going to actually give you the ability to have different users and logins to your account so you can track. This is your password change. So if you ever have a staff member that leaves for any reason at all, you can go in immediately, change your password, or just on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, change your password to make sure that no one does steal it. So let's go back to the profile. But now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to a new test application. We will go into transactions, reports, and all this other stuff on the other end. So we're going to do a new test application. Now the first thing that you see is it comes up with what services are to be rendered. So included is the aesthetic maintenance plan, which is $3,000. Well, let's see, what else does this patient want? Well, the patient would like a little Botox, $750, but that's already in the plan. So how about a little hair removal? That sounds like a good idea. So as you see, number of services included too, and it's all added up for you automatically. Now, if you wanted to discount that service, it's just a matter of adding it in here. So that's where you would do your discounting. So now they're getting a discount on the hair removal, $500, because at this point we're giving it to them because they signed up for the aesthetic maintenance plan. But you have the ability to do that right then and there. If you scroll down just a little, you'll see what the client will need to provide: the driver's license and a copy of blank or voided check. Again, we're clicking on the orange button to move forward. Now this takes you to the application. Now since we are in a test application and not a new application, we can use these two buttons right here. We can fill an applicant only approved or declined. As you see here, tentative service date. You can click on it and say, okay, tentative service date is going to be on the 14th. Today's date, the application submitted. Your internal patient ID number. We suggest you do not use Social Security number. Please use another number. Total service amount before down payment is $4,000. Well, the down payment collected, they wanted to give you $250 in cash.